Hello and welcome to the Ridiculously Good VA Show with Tracy Daviero. If you are a virtual assistant or want to be one, this is the place to learn the tips and tricks you need to become a ridiculously good VA. I've been a part of the VA industry since 1998, and I'm excited to get to know you and help you build an amazing business. Let's go. Hey there, welcome to another episode of the podcast that teaches you how to be a ridiculously good virtual assistant. Today, I'm going to talk about the importance of setting frameworks up in your business that will foster growth and profit. When you follow a system or a strategy, you're just naturally going to see more success. Our quote today is from Albert Einstein. New frameworks are like climbing a mountain. The larger view encompasses rather than rejects the more restricted view. I love Albert Einstein quotes because they're always so perfect, and this one is really no exception. By creating frameworks in your business that you can follow, you're focusing on the bigger vision of where you want your business to go. And that's exactly why I want to talk about it in today's episode. 3 important frameworks to create and follow in your VA business. Let's go. If you Google the word framework in relation to business, you're going to see a whole bunch of colored images and matrices that come up. There are many, many official or famous frameworks that you can use in your business. Porter's, Hamrick and Frederickson's, etc. Do I know about these? No, but I looked them up. So it's okay if you've never heard of them either. But you know me by now. I don't want to confuse and complicate things for you. I want you to consider your business but find you simple solutions that you can easily implement. Because if you don't implement what I'm teaching you for your VA business, you're not going to be any further ahead next week than you are today. And the most important thing for me is that you get better at what you do. Ridiculously good, in fact. That's why I'm here to teach you. So let's talk about some really simple frameworks, 3 of them, like I said, that I think will be pretty easy for you to implement that will make real differences in your VA business. There are so many structures you can set up in your business, and I think when you start to strategize in that way, everything becomes simpler. Things get clearer, decisions are easier to make, and progress is definitely much easier to come by. Here are 3 frameworks that I think are pretty important for virtual assistants. Framework number 1, organization. Framework number 2, pricing and rates. And framework number 3, connections. I could probably think of very fancy names for all of these, but you get the gist. And I have done them in this order on purpose, which I'll talk about at a later part of the episode. Number 1 is organization. When we talk about being organized as a virtual assistant, that impacts both of our clients and ourselves, our own business. We need to create processes and workflows, best practices, terms, policies, and all of those things I think fit under the framework of organization. The more decisions we make around how things need to work, the better we can plan for the flow of everything through our business. From business foundations to revenue and expenses, to promotions and marketing, to client acquisition and retention, and more. Begin at the beginning for your organization. Do your business plan. Answer all of the questions that your business plan needs to have answered. If you don't know the answer to a question, it's time to make a decision on it. You need to know how you're going to earn your revenue. It's not a crapshoot. You can plan for it. You can strategize for it. You need to choose what you need to run in expenses in order to run your business well. Not cheap. You don't have to go for the bottom of the barrel things. You need to run a profitable business, and sometimes that takes expenses, but you want to do these thoughtfully. Determine how you're going to market your business and where you're going to find your clients. You have to repeat this process daily or weekly or monthly to get new clients regularly. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to do that today. You can learn how to do that by taking my Getting Started as a VA self-study or by joining the Virtual Vault Training membership. The trainings that I have for you are always an extension of the things that I teach you here on the podcast or in all of my other free training areas. Put your plans in place to nurture your clients and work well with them. Keep your training up to date so that you will also grow with them. It's really very simple to set up systems and make decisions around how all of this stuff runs when you start looking at it as a framework. The second framework is pricing and rates. It needs to be how you charge clients for your services. That's the next thing you need to do well. Your revenue is one of the most important things that you can decide upon in your business. The amount of money that you bring in has to support absolutely everything else you do. And remember, I said it's not about trying to run on a shoestring. It's so important to run a profitable business. It's about your value and your expertise, of course, but it's also about really knowing why your services are priced the way they are. And how do we do that? By creating processes and a framework for costing our services and setting all of our rates based on that framework. You need to create deliverable pricing. That means charging clients for the tasks that you do for them and the frequency of how often you do those tasks. I'm not going to teach you how to do that today either. You can check that out in the Virtual Vault Training membership. When you're quoting your rates to your clients, though, the more confident you are, the more confident they are. And so using a framework to do the math to get your rate set is really essential to help you build that confidence. No more discounting rates for larger clients or clients who need more hours every month. No more actual billing by the hour or by the minute. And no more negotiating or bartering. You're going to charge your clients based on the deliverables, the things that they need done every single month or, week or whatever. And you're going to set your rates accordingly. That the more work they need, the more they pay, but it's all going to be based on your framework, your pricing framework. So set your rates, do your math, confidently quote your clients, and sign those clients. The third framework, the last one, is connections. In order to build your business, whether it's from day 1 or day 1000, you need to be making connections. Talking to business people every single day is a really important part of growing your business, but it's going to be much more effective for you if you're following a structure. It's also going to take you less time when you're focused on a particular strategy. Figure out where your people are and spend time with them. Figure out what to say to them and say it often and consistently. Figure out who can refer clients to you and who you can refer clients to. And do this as often as you can. I'm not going to teach you how to talk to people today. You can learn how to do that in my mastermind group, the Virtual Circle. And number one thing, or I guess the main thing with your connections is follow up. You have to be following up with everyone all the time. And it's the place where most of us really fall off. So you have to put this follow-up piece into your framework as well. So all of these are general rules, of course. Figure out where your people are, what to say to them, that kind of thing. But your framework is going to be built around deciding what those steps are for your VA business. Even if you don't want to have 100 clients, you want all of your clients to be the best clients that you can have. So that means finding new clients regularly and releasing clients who are not the best ones for you. You want to strive for excellence with this. You want to strive for excellence with all 3 of these frameworks. With your organization, onboarding, planning, workflows, client care. Do the actual best that you can do at all of this, and you're going to excel. You're going to stand out and get noticed in the audiences where you're spending time. With your pricing and rates, get crystal clear on what to charge and how many clients you need to earn what you need to earn. Do the actual best you can at this, and you will already be doing better than at the very least 70% of all of the other VAs out there. With connections, get crystal clear on who your people are and where you can connect with them every single day. Do your actual best at this, and you're going to get clients. It's really that simple. These frameworks are super simple. They're complex because there may be a lot of pieces to them, particularly in maybe the organization one. But as I always say, if you were tasked with doing this setup for a client, you would absolutely hit the ground running and just get it done. I know you will, because when I talk to VAs and I tell them that, when I reframe the little bit of work that we need to do on our own business, and I tell them that if it was for a client, you would do it, every single one of them says, absolutely, yes, I would. So do yourself the same courtesy and do it for yourself as well. Now, I told you I did them in a certain order for a reason. So you start with the most important one. It is the simplest one, but sometimes has the most steps: organization. Do you have room for improvement in everything that you're doing in your business? Naturally, you do. We all do. Do you have any of it done already? Have you started to put your onboarding process together? Do you have all of those things that you need that we talked about? Do you have any of it done already? If you do, then that's great. Move along to the next piece. Go through it kind of as quickly as you can. You need to be able to make decisions, and you have to make those decisions fast. Be ready to do it, and then move on to the next thing. Remember that your everything is always sort of moving. It's a moving target. It's a work in progress. You can always update the details later, but the key is to get it done now. So you want to be sure that you are moving from one thing, making a decision, putting it down in writing, and moving on to the next thing. That's how you're going to make all the progress. And then you go to number 2, pricing. Set or change your rates immediately to start making a profit today, especially if you're already working with clients and you're not profitable or you're not making as much money as you should be. You want to do the math, and you want to start documenting those task processes right now. Every time you do something, starting right now, document it. You can video it, do a screen video as you are doing it. It doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to be done, and it has to be timed. This may take a little while longer than just doing it, but doing it every single time you do a task starting today makes the time for it. It might slow you down slightly, not a screen grab actually, but as you move through things, you can get it done, and then you can easily start to set that deliverable pricing. It's really important. Don't make a plan to start putting together your SOPs and your processes a month from now. Start today with the next thing that you're going to do. Document it. It's as simple as that. And then finally, do number 3, which I actually think is the easiest one, the connections. When you have the other 2 frameworks already set up, the third one really is easy. You actually have to have the other stuff all done before you can start to explode your connections and your networking. Because once you know how your business is going to run and how you're going to intake clients, how you're going to work with them, how you're going to move through all of those things. And once you know what your pricing is without question, and how long things take you, and how you're going to be, offering those services to your clients, all you need to do is talk about it. And that's what the connections are all about. If a client asks you, how do we do something? How are we going to work together to do XYZ? You have the answer. So the connection part is really just the delivery of all of those answers to the clients who want to work with you. So get at it. Create your framework, use it, and watch your VA business explode. In 30 days, you can be so much farther ahead than you are right now. And if we translate that into money, I would love to do that with you. I would love to have that conversation. What are you making right now? What is your goal? How can we set a goal for you 30 days from now to be doing a lot better? This is exactly what I help VAs do. As a VA coach and trainer, I help you set yourself up for success, helping you fix whatever is going wrong in your business. Because obviously, if you're learning about how to make your business better, something is not going the way you think it should be. And when we work together, either privately or in a group, you and I talk specifically about your business and you. There's no one-stop solution in any of my trainings for people when it comes to service businesses like VA businesses. I'll help you get clarity around your most important issues, and we'll fix them. And I'll cheer you on as you walk through the steps to fix those. I've helped hundreds of VAs through their challenges and got them on their way to growing their business and the lifestyle that they dream of. And I would love to do the same thing for you. You can, of course, work with me privately, or you can join the Virtual Circle, my mastermind group for virtual assistants. You can check it out at yourvamentor.com/TVC, as in the virtual circle. I bet it's exactly what you need to start running the VA business that you dreamed of. Reach out to me if you're interested or if you have any questions. I would love to help you decide what is right for you. That's all I've got for you this week. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Ridiculously Good VA Show. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. For more great resources for your VA business, visit my website at yourvamentor.com. I'll see you back here next time.